I could eat anything right now, I would like to have cheesesteak.
Some Chick-fil-A. A meal and a big, tall cup of ice.
Okay. Do you like good news or bad news first?
Always the bad verse.
I also like bad news first.
Slap me and then give me a pat. I met you at your birthday party. Your surprise birthday party that you knew was happening.
I actually didn't know.
Oh, really?
I didn't know until I got to the door and I looked through the window. And,
then you knew.
This is the birthday party.
So it was your 31st.
31.
Yeah. And it was at our youth pastor's house. And I actually had been helping that day to get stuff set up for a stranger that I had heard a lot about, but I still had not met. The second I moved into Florida, into this like little town called Port Charlotte, everyone was saying, "Have you met James yet? Have you met James? You know, there's this guy named James." And I'm like, "Who is James?" Everyone is talking to me about this kid, and I have yet to see his face. And so I was kind of excited that I was finally gonna see you, because I heard so much about you, and I was kind of just getting tired of everyone talking to me about you, and I hadn't met you yet. So I had helped decorate and get your cake put together.
And then, so when I first heard about you, everyone always preferenced, oh, there's a new music teacher, she's really cute and fun, but she has a boyfriend.
But I actually had broken up with my boyfriend shortly after moving into Port Charlotte. It's just not everyone knew yet.
Can you remember the moment when you knew you wanted to get married?
So that's for me, not for you.
I want to hear your answer.
So the honest truth is, we were leaving for the summer, and you were going to Nashville, and I was going to California. I was going to Los Angeles. And I realized how much I would miss not seeing you for an extended period of time, and made me realize that you were the person that I wanted around all the time. And I really miss not having you around, and that's the moment when I knew.
So for me, I started feeling that way after that summer, after being so far apart and how much it sucked. I started getting more affirmations about it. And then when we kind of survived our first semester together, me back in school teaching and you doing work, and I saw that like in real life we worked. Not just a summer fling, like in real life we worked really well together, and it was more than what I could ever want from a partner. I was like, okay, this is it. This is serious. I value the patience that you have, because I don't know. I don't think I'm actually the most patient person, and what is it you say? From 0 to 60 really fast. And James is very patient. Something that I know I need to work on is effectively communicating what I'm feeling. Because I feel a lot of things, but it's hard for me to get it out. And it's usually worse when I start feeling frustrated about what I'm feeling. It's hard for me to get it out. So I think that's something I need to work on.
I would say also communication, because that's one of the biggest foundations of any relationship or marriage. So you want to be a good communicator at all times. When you're tired, when you're feeling great, when you're having a bad day.
How prepared are you guys for the next generation of Hanson?
I feel like you can never be too prepared, but we built a bunch of baby stuff, and I've read a baby book, actually 2, and I talk about it with a lot of people because it's a good conversation piece.
Yeah, we have the objects that we need. I feel like we have a lot of knowledge that we need, but are you ever really prepared to raise a kid? I don't think anyone is ever really prepared to raise a kid, and you learn as you go. I don't think that makes you a bad parent. I think that just this is the reality of parenthood. It's a big responsibility.
What do you do when you guys can't agree on something?
What do we do when we can't agree?
I mean, multiple things. Go for a walk. Take a break.
Yeah.
Not talk about it. Talk about it some more. Go get something to eat.
Well,
Because there is such a thing as
James
being
is-
hangry.
no, there is such a thing as being
Yeah,
angry.
low blood sugar.
James is much better at like pausing and being like, okay, we need to take a break about this, hit it later. I am not good at that. Like, when I see a problem, I'm like, let's solve it. We need to solve it. We need to figure this out. Because I can't stop thinking about it until it's solved.
You spend so much time with someone that you can almost pick up with their nonverbal communication that something is wrong.
Yeah.
You can sense that. It's like almost something in the air. I feel like when you know that something is wrong, or if you've had a conversation and you don't get to an agreement, that you are mature enough to say, well, let's talk about this later.
Usually it's like, we get to the point of agreement. It just takes, sometimes it takes longer, sometimes it doesn't take as long.
Yeah, especially when it's some disagreements bring out high levels of emotion. You need to calm. Some people would need to calm down.
And you're gonna, when you guys get to that point, you're gonna realize that everyone has their own different sensitive topics, and it's not gonna be the same for everyone, and there are gonna be certain issues that for you are gonna be harder to come to an agreement upon, and for you it's gonna take a longer conversation than for the other person, and vice versa.
I'd also say marry your best friend. Don't marry someone just for their looks. Personality is more long term.
Yeah. Do you connect on more than just your favorite TV shows?
Yeah.
Like,
Or how someone looks in a swimsuit.
I guess my biggest piece of advice is don't be afraid to put in the work. When I say to put in the work, that also does not mean that you are going to work so hard at a relationship that, like, in your gut you know is not a good relationship to be in. But that when you're done putting in the work, like moments where you have a disagreement or something, you both feel more fulfilled and closer at the end of it. Like, the work, when you put into it, I don't know how to describe it. It's not like it's not tiring work. It feels rewarding. But any relationship, especially the best ones, do take work. And they're not going to happen overnight. And it's not always going to be smooth sailing. But that, like, daily commitment to each other is what makes it worth it.